Starting at the top, if you caught our Sunday recap show, we do it every Sunday at 7:45 p.m., then you saw me already rave about who I consider a potential league winner, the guy you have to go out and get this week. 20, maybe 30% of your fab, maybe even more if you believe in him as much as I do. That's George Pickens. I think he's worth your #1 waiver claim if you've been sitting on it and you want a potential league winner. I think it is George Pickens. Has a monster day, 6 of 8 targets, 102 yards. Finally seeing him start to get unleashed. And what was the difference? We all know at this point, Kenny Pickett coming in and taking over in the second half. That's where we saw Pickens take a 33% snap share as he has deserved all year. That was far more than Claypool, than Deontay Johnson. Neither saw more than 2 targets from Kenny Pickett. Now, I do think with the game plan and whatnot, we'll definitely see Deontay Johnson at least get some more work. But Pickett to Pickens, you just already hear the beautiful alliteration to it. I know that's not why we make fantasy pickups, but ultimately we've seen this so many times, dating back to, let's think, A.J. Brown a couple seasons ago when Tannehill took over. He had his guy that he'd been practicing with, that he felt comfortable with. We saw A.J. Brown as a rookie then go crazy for top 12 numbers. We got the talent with Pickens. Anybody with eyeballs has seen some of the catches this guy made, especially this week, where 71 of his yards came from Pickett in the second half, who loved to target him, loved targeting him deep downfield. In fact, the average depth of target for Pickett in this game was 13.2. That's exactly what we wanted to see after Trubisky just shitting himself all over the field, just dinking and dunking, not playing aggressively at all, not letting his receivers go up and make plays. That's what Pickens does best. I still think he has maybe the most talent of all these rookies. And I mean, we're seeing Olave go crazy. We're seeing Drake London. I think Pickens is right in that class with these guys, and I wouldn't be shocked to see him start putting up numbers that rivals them now that he's got a quarterback willing to go to him. 5.92 yards per route run in the second half when he had Kenny Pickett throwing to him. And to talk about Pickett himself, my #9 pickup of the week, the only quarterback I have on this list, as mentioned, pushing the ball downfield, showing some rushing upside as well with 2 rushing touchdowns, not afraid to take the game into his own hands and score. We saw Mike Tomlin after the game said he has no reservations about Pickett's ability to run at the stripe. He praised his willingness to flee the pocket and make things happen on his own. He's named the starter the rest of the year. Now, it is going to be a tough schedule here for these first few weeks. We got Buffalo, the lowest points allowed to quarterbacks. You're not using Pickett this week. In fact, if he sucks, I wouldn't just got him because everybody has sucked against Buffalo so far this year. Gets Tampa Bay next week, much more susceptible to the pass this year, 23rd in terms of points allowed. Not a great matchup, but we just saw, Mahomes completely exploit him. Now, I'm not saying Pickett will do that, but not a matchup you have to absolutely avoid. Miami, the first good matchup he gets, those second most points allowed to quarterbacks. Philly, New Orleans, also bottom 10, as is Cincinnati, 29th. So 5 of his next 6 matchups are against bottom 10 matchups, like tough teams. So it might be rough early sledding, but to end the year, Atlanta, 10th most points allowed. Baltimore, twice, 4th most points allowed. The Raiders, 3rd most points allowed. So 4 of his final top 5 matchups are against bottom, easy top 10 matchups for quarterbacks. I do think he'll hit his stride. He's got multiple weapons. He loves to pass it aggressively. And this is an offense, even with a corpse of Big Ben. 4th, 1st, and 1st in pass attempts the last 3 years with Ben. So plenty of volume. I love what I saw from the kid. He's aggressive. I know 3 interceptions look horrible, but only one of them was really his fault. One, Claypool should have gone up and gotten more. Again, Pickens, he'd get that ball. Think that's going to play into him getting more targets too. The second one was an interception on a final Hail Mary type play. I'm not going to hold that against him. One was a bad play overall, but every single other one was a completion. 10 of 13. The ball never touched the ground for Kenny Pickett, even though 3 of them you'd want back. Just nice, solid overall play. Good upside for the quarterback position. So 2 QB leagues and even 1 QB leagues. If you've fallen to some injuries, definitely look for Kenny Pickett. But first and foremost is George Pickens, who I think could go on a dominant stretch run again. Want to continue to reiterate, love this player, love the quarterback that's now going to be slinging to him. What is up, you fantasy wolf? Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, share your thoughts in the comments, check out some more videos, and join the newest Wolfpack by subscribing below.